Okay, so I fucking destroyed the mic because I forgot it was not in front of me. Okay, hi, welcome to the stream. So today we're gonna continue the puzzles, and we're gonna try to do the cat passages. And honestly, I thought I would be able to also do the items and the inventory system today. Let's not dream. The reality is the cat passages will be fucking annoying to do. So for the moment, I'm trying my best. So this is the plan for the cat passages. First, I move them to RCRC levels because it's technically part of the level. That's not really an interactable stuff. I thought to make it interactable, but I think it's better if it's in the level. And what I want to do is I want to use navigation link to these. So these little pricks here. Navigation links to these have multiple usage, but specifically speaking, what they do. Can I have like the information or no server doc? Okay. A link between two positions on navigation region 2D agent can be routed through. This position can be on the same navigation region 2D or on two different one. Links are useful to express navigation methods other than traveling along the surface of the navigation polygon, such as zipline, teleporter, or gaps that can be jumped across. Where it is bidirectional, enable in position, get global in position, get global start position, alright, get your ID, set global in position, etc. And so, typically speaking, I should be able to use that to either TP the entity, which would be annoying in my opinion, or they can go through the wall, one of them. But I have, how do you close the documentation? I don't know, okay. Okay, fine. But, unfortunately, so I want to bake the navigation polygon again. And so I want to make the navigation layer to be the two navigation layers. So if I bake it again, like clear bake, I want to change because I want the cat to be on its own navigation layer, which is 2. And the monsters will be all on the navigation layer 1. So the idea being that the cat can use the links, but not the monster, of course, otherwise that wouldn't make fucking sense. So I want to try that. That's the first thing, just using the navigation link. We'll see. So there is a link here, alright? I want to see if I do that. Okay, so it can move through. As you can see, it's trying. If I do that, it's doing that. If I do those, yup. If I do those, yes. Okay. So it sees it can go through, but unfortunately, this is like if I tell him to go back, yeah. It understands correctly that it can move through that, which is fine, by the way, but it can't move through that, which is what I was thinking it would do. So two possibilities are offered to me. Can this microphone not be wobbly just for a fucking minute? Thank you. So this is the thing. Yeah, see, I can't make it come back to me because they're like it can go back to me. So right now it does, but otherwise it was not able to. So this is unfortunately impossible for the little guy to go through, which is fine because there is a collider here. As you can see, the blue one means it's a collider. What I want is I want to either make it a teleportation, which would be really simple. So just 2 points you paint and then they connected with a link. Or, that's the first solution. And it will be really simple. It's just like a point you paint with a marker 2D. Actually, I can do that, yeah. I could do that for the cat passages. That would be better, I think, than that. And just having the cat like be teleported or like have an animation and then go through. I think it's nice if I can do that, honestly. So having the navigation link saying, hey, you can go there, and it's just a TP. So maybe a marker 2D or possibly something else. But yeah, something they can actually go through the wall. Because my first idea was actually changing the, loading another, tile set. And changing the colliders to be a wall for everything except the cat. Which is a pain to make. And typically speaking, I still need to either have another navigation region, which is a problem, by the way, because I can't have like 2 navigation regions that will use the colliders here. They need to be like these, all of these, which have like colliders, need to be the children of the navigation region, so I can't do that. The other solution would be to actually move and use actually a TP or something, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. So, question is, how do I create a node that can put passages on the tile map correctly, centered because I'm autistic like that, and connecting the link? I mean, how can I do that? Is there a way? Because the links needs to be generated, so I need to find what I could do. So it's a solution that involves the same system as the functional layers here, like kinda, but we're not making area 2Ds here. What we're gonna make is, I want a tile that is the entry, and I want a tile that is the like outside. And then I want to say, okay, so this is the I mean, I want the tile to be the like, for example, the first point and then the second point, most likely like that, not like, because it's bi-directional no matter what. So just say, for example, this tile here is the entry, so it's 1 point. This tile is the second point. All right, so you enter here, or you can enter here, and what I can say is, since these two are the closest relative to the grid, the link position will be there and there. This is a solution that I can do. And I can, yeah, I can do that. So the cat passages, I mean, I'm not gonna use them more than that, so it's just gonna be a simple height set, honestly. Nothing fancy, not gonna lie, just something really fancy. I don't want a physics layer, I don't care about the physics layer. What I want though is a custom data layer, because I want to know, so type quaternion, AAB, box, no, array, yeah, it's just gonna be a ball. Is 1. So yeah. Is first, maybe, just something like that. Or just first. And if it's not first, it's second, because that's it. So yeah. That's the only thing I need. I want to reopen the so I will need to add like a script on that. Local cat passages. Alright. Cat passages, the GT, my friendo. I don't care about the process, honestly, but I want the ready, that's for sure. I want the class name to be cat passages, because yes. For the levels, I think I have it there. Levels, detection tile map layer, which is that detection tile map layer, the GT. So yeah. Couldn't find functional layer. Neural functional layer ties to student, so yeah, that's just what I can do though. Because I can do that. Remove a functional layer. Alright, no. Okay. You need to define the on the tile map layer. For the addition for the cat messages. Okay. I want that, so that's the first thing I need to do. Get you cells, which is my window. Insert you cells, so that's what we want to do. There is no functional layer, by the way, because it doesn't exist in my case. And then we have create detection area and add child. What I would like to do is for the create detection area. So, alright. Get you cells. Do you return to me a vector2i array? So it's not a packed array. Oh, that's great, actually. So use cells time. There is something like any. Alright. Reduce then. I like that. I can use a reduce. I like that. So function and then accumulator. Okay. Fine by me. So the function will be, I suppose, item. Knowing that. So which gonna be a vector2i. Which is the cell. That's my type. Yes, I need to call that a func, by the way. So yeah. So something like that. Vector2i, and what I want to return is an int. The int should be 0. Alright, so makes use of type and spaces for annotation. Yep. I mean, why? Okay, so something like that. You need an accumulator to start at 0, by the way. So what I want to do here, maybe it doesn't make sense at all for the moment, but it's okay. Let me explain. What I want to do is I want to do my item. So I want to get the cell. How do you get the cell, by the way? Like that. So you know the cells. How can I get this? Okay, fuck me. How do I get the cell? Alright, create a regulator. Alright, the dictionary. Okay, so that's what I did here. Detection. So let's use the traps because I know I use that. So on area body entered. Get cell tile data local post. That's it. Cool. That's how you do. It's easy. So I have the guarantee. Oops. My bad. I have the guarantee that it. Yeah, local post being item in my case. But yeah. So this will be like the trap type. So I don't want type is the first. Bar first, which is a bool, equals that, and I want to do that as bool. Important by default. And so it's easy. By the way, here we have the first. I suppose the function also take something else, right, for the collabore, because I'm a moron. Accumulator plus number. Yeah, okay, so the accumulator is first. So acc int is great. And now you return acc plus okay. I know what I can do. If first, so if it's the first one, then you do acc plus 1 and you return it, by the way. So return acc plus 1. And if not, you return acc minus 1. What's the point of that? You might ask. Why do I do it like that? Why do I do a reduce? Because for all the cells, I know if they are the first or not. And if I add 1 for the first one and -1 for the second one, if I have a number that is positive or negative, which is not 0, by the way, it means at the end there is a problem. So if I do if, so I need the value of the reduce, by the way, var broken links, which is literally the number we want in that case. If broken links so we just can do just an assert, honestly, just not that. Assert broken links. Not 0, because there are broken links. You need to set up the same number of link with first to true and first to false. Otherwise, you are making a broken link. Alright, something like that. And so what I want is I want to get the navigation link here. Create navigation link. Easy, the same ID. We use in the cell and functional layer at child. So no functional layer in my case. I want the navigation link here, and so now we can move to create navigation link that uses the cell, which is a vector to I, and that return a navigation link to D, which is fine, which is what we want, by the way. And so it's pretty much easy. With the... okay, so... oh, but I'm... I need to filter the list though. Otherwise it doesn't work. What I want to do doesn't work because I need to get... so... if this is the function, like the position of the cell, so let's just call that local post, honestly. Local post, which works. So that's the position of the cell. There is no functional layer, by the way. But yeah, just like if this is the the function of the cell, we're okay. But let's just do that, by the way. Just I call that area, but I won't call that link in that case. So link, and I want to be a navigation link to D new, and I want to return link at the end no matter what. So this corresponds to the position of the cell in the local grid. Then I want to first I want to find the closest cell, that is the other one. So what I would like to pass is second cells, I think, which is vector to I. That I want to filter. So the first cells, which corresponds to used cells.filter. In that case, filter method. So yeah, basically just the function. So in that case, func item vector to I, and I want to return a vector to I in that case. So bool, not the vector to I, just a bool. And so here, if so, yeah, same. For first return first, pretty easy, honestly. So in that case, we have the info here. It's a typical expected what type of collection after. Guess your cells. Vector to I. Expected type for collection after that. What's the problem? It's a fucking array. Did I forget again how you create arrays? How you declare arrays in expected type for collection after what? Like, is it this? What? Fuck me, dude. I always forgot how you fucking like type arrays. I hate my life. Can I type arrays? Thank you very much. Oh yeah, I forgot that you need to do that. Yeah, because that makes perfect fucking sense, right? Yeah, something like that. So yeah, my fault. So yeah. Does filters return both, or do you have normally not? And in chain and into the new filtered array. Okay. Do I have another function that would be split array? I want to see for the just for the array if you have something like split, something like that, or chunk. Variant, so clear, duplicate, filter, find custom, get, insert. Is there with split with kind of thing like that? So slice is not an ID. I don't want to sort then slice because I think it's would that be big? I don't think so, because sort will be n log n at max because it's a quick sort, of course. So n log n for a quick sort, which is okay, and then the slice will be probably O1, because you just no, maybe not O1. Slice the beginning of the end, and this has a duplicate. Until the new array containing this array's element from index beginning to end, every step element. If the beginning one are negative, the value is relative to the end of the array. If steps is negative, the method iterates through the array in reverse, returning slice ordered backward. This work backend must be greater than end. If deep is through all nested array and dictionary element that are slice. Okay. So maybe I can just sort. I can just like use a sort in that case. Yeah, I know sort. Stum. First variable because the value is null. Yeah, because I can't do. Yeah, of course. Yeah, my fault because I'm a moron. So yeah, so we sort the cells here, and then I want the first cells. Normally it will be even no matter what because it's first or second. There's no in between, so it's easy to actually do it because I can do use cells dot slice. So the first cells will be end is param end inclusive. So 0 use the cells time dot size divided by 2 plus 1. What's the problem? Expected, yeah. A bit easy, I think. And second cells, which will be use cells that slice in the used cells size divided by 2 plus 1, I think. And in that case, it will work. And then we want to use the first cells, and then we want to give the second cells. Integer division, decimal part will be discarded. Yes, of course, that's what I want. What's the problem? Of course, that's exactly what I want you to do. That's an integer division, yeah. Thank you, Godo, for telling me that. I know. Exactly. Gosh, my god. Integer division, decimal part will be discarded. Can I just do that if you want to be annoying with me and say it needs to be discarded? No, okay. I'm gonna remove these warnings because it's just not useful. Hold on, editor settings. Why would you be linting that? That's generally speaking, why would you be linting that? I mean, I get it, but like, yes, I'm doing an integer division, that's the point. Like, exactly. Integer. Okay, so maybe it's not on the debug, no editor. Can I change the LSP? Editor settings. Or maybe it's not in the editor, it's in the project settings. Oops. Project settings. LSP. Do I have the something that changes the LSP or the warnings? Animation warnings, no. Global plugin about default. Editor. Script, no. Debug. GD script. Yeah. Warnings. Intervention without casts, no. Can I find the integer division? Thank you. I don't care about that. So let's just do that. Yeah. Yeah. 8 out of 1% has no static typing. Can I punch you? Integer variable cell has no static typing. Yes, you have. It's why. Yes, you have. Okay, so there is no guarantee that what's written by the slice. No, there is a guarantee. I don't. Well, sometimes I swear to God, but okay. It works. So, alright, this is defined. The static typing is there. I'm gonna use the second cells, don't get me wrong, boy. So we have the position, and now we want to find the closest. Find. So, find closest boss. I want local pose vector to I cells array vector to I, and I want to return a vector. And so I can use that. Is there a way to actually do it myself, or do I need to? I mean, is there a way I can do it already or not? Tell my player, because there might be a solution, honestly. Possible. Would be surprising if there is not, but yeah. Get user array, get navigation map, get centime data, atlas coordinate, alternative tile, fix invalid tiles, erase cell, map to local map pattern, local to map, notify runtime, set navigation map, set pattern of the internals. Get neighbor cell. You can actually get the neighbor cell, which is nice. And cell neighbor is Selenium. Oh, nice. Alright, I don't care. Get navigation map, fixing. I guess it. So I can just do the distance directly and use the smallest distance. So yeah. Distance equals the local boss dot distance to cell 0. Wow. Yep, I know. So yeah. So var closest cells 0. Alright, and we want to return the closest in that case, which is okay. For cell in cells, if distance smaller or equal to smaller, honestly, to local pose the distance to cell, then what do? We update the distance, so distance equal local pose dot distance to cell. Easy. So easy. And the closest will be cell. That's it. At the end, which is closest. Easy peasy. In a jiffy. We don't care. We have the information. So var closest link which is easier because it's find closest post, local post, second cells in our case. So that's how we do. We have the closest link. So now this is the position to the local post, the other position. So var global first post equals that. And we want to do the same, but in that case we want to return to change first to second, and we want to use the closest link, and then we want to do link dot I need to set some stuff, I guess, and I don't remember how you do it. Is there set deferred, set global subposition? No. Navigation link D. Friend. Set global start position, set global end position. So set global start position, which would be the local post, so it would be like the global first post, and link dot set global end position, global second post, and we return the link. And so in the end we just add another link to it, which is great, I think. Yeah. Then if I do that, we have the info we want, which is actual navigation link, so it works. Okay, easy. So now I just want to be sure that it's saved. I want to import that directly, I think. I want to remove the navigation link here. Is there a debug? Visible navigation, visible path. Okay, visible navigation, which will be navigation meshes polygon will be visible in the running project. Oh, yeah, but I don't care. Path will be visible in the running project. Okay. I mean, I can just try, honestly. Also, I made a mistake because I need to navigation layers. A bit field depending on navigation layer to be on this navigation layer will be checked when requesting the path. I want it to be the second one. It's a bit field, so it's a bit annoying. Navigation layer. So on navigation layers, the link belongs to the navigation layer will be checked when requesting a path in the navigation layer to demap get path. Okay, when I create a navigation link, just to be sure. When I create a navigation link, and if I do that, bit 1 value 2, bit 5 value 30, yeah, bit 3 value 8. Because it's bit 2 value 4, because it's a bit, so yeah. Yeah, so if I do 2, it's okay, because it's a bit, okay? So just 2 is okay. I put the 2 here, but honestly, it's not pretty. What I would like to get, though, is, for example, in the player composition, the cat. And then knowing its position, but for the moment, you know what, I'm gonna do an export value though. Export property navigation layer. Can I make like big fields? Is it possible to export a big field? Export bit field var for the property basic use export var resource. Yeah. String aspar export global dir export multi-line. Export XPs, export node resource. Exporting bit flags. The you said bit flag can store multiple true false boolean value in one property by using the export flags and annotation that can be set from the editor. Okay. Export flags to the navigation, so you have that. Cool. I like that. Export flags to the navigation. Variable has no static typing, I know. Which is an int in my opinion, I think. Because navigation layer is an int. So yeah, and layers to the navigation, and so I can just define it as my navigation layer. A bit field determining all navigation layer the link belongs to, the links belong to. So something like that. Just gonna copy it. The links belong to, like that. The navigation layers will be checking over something like that. Easy. So I keep it. I have this information that is defined, and by default I want it to be 2. Just so I have the information already. So now, if I go into the cat passages, you have the bit fields already for the cat passages. This is great. This is great. This is what we want. Layers to the navigation, because we want to set them for the little boy. So yeah, cool. Cool. Now I want to do. Okay, well I have some debugger shit apparently. I don't care. So now what I want to do is I want to set some property, which is the first. And so I want to be, so this will be on, all right? And this will be off, whatever the other one will be. You know what? Let's do it a bit better. This will be on, this will be off. So on, off, on, off, on, off. We have the info here. Just for the test. It's just because I can use that. So now I want to instantiate my friend the cat passages. And so cat passages should, okay. So I want you to be here. I want you to be here. And for the cat passages, I want to make, so that's the first, I think. So let's just do it like that, all right? It will be above the cat, by the way, because it's on, you know what, I'm gonna move it there, fuck it. Just so it's not like the cat can be visible. And so here normally you need to set the same number of link with first to true and first to false, otherwise you are making a broken link. Interesting. So I went to this problem and broken link is not 0. Question is, get custom data first, bool, and then minus, because we're just in the use cells, right? Yes. The accumulator starts at 0. Print first, just to see. Stack trace. Do I have a position in the debugger on the output? True, false. Yes. So typically speaking, true, false. I'm supposed to have at the end true, false. I'm supposed to have 0 because +1 - 1. Did I make a mistake on how you use the reduce? Accum plus number. Yeah. Accum plus number. So literally what I did, because it's acc plus item, we get the first return accum plus 1, return that. Question would be acc, just to see what's the value at the end. 0, 1. Oh, what? Why? It's not at 0, right? And it's not an unsigned int, by the way. It's supposed to be a signed int. Yes, it's signed. Just checked. So I did not make a mistake by using like an unsigned int. It's signed no matter what. What? So, okay, it's not a 0. Okay, my bad. It's not a 0, then it's 1. Print broken links. Yeah, at the end is 0. Oh, I know why, because I'm a moron. Because it's an assert. So it's not... It's equals 0. Otherwise it doesn't work. Yeah. Makes sense. I don't get like a 0 on base vector. What? Huh. So I made another mistake, but that's my fault. So sort custom doesn't return a function, right? Voice also using a custom callable. So it's a... Yeah. If I do that, normally you're not supposed to be a bitch with me. Or would you be? If I do it again... Yeah, get out of it. Okay, out of bound exception, which is annoying. I don't need that, by the way. There are 2 cells. Slice, begin, end. Which is an array containing the array element from index param begin inclusive to param end exclusive. There are 2 cells, alright, in that case. So we start at 0, and then we're supposed to have like 2 divided by 2, which is 1 plus 1. Oh. This is maybe why. Because it's exclusive, right? Yep. Okay. So normally you're supposed... So I have a link. As you can see, I have a link. It's... The little guy is trying, alright? So the little guy is trying. I have a link, which is great. But it's not enough, because now that I have a link, I still need to make a detection layer. So we need to generate also an area. And like have them connected somehow. So if you go to the other, you TP to the other part. And you don't get TP back. So yeah. But the principle is there. That's great. That's what we wanted. So generate the navigation link in positions. The first position, so just to say that, okay. Local, yeah. Local post is the first position and the second one is selected as the closest second position available. So yeah. Find the closest local position to the given position. Right, so easy. And so we have that. This function is a mess, but I like it anyway, so this is okay. I can remove that. Same, I can remove that. It's not useful. So yeah. So call, we have all we want. We create a navigation link, and then we want to also allow TP from one link to the other. That's the thing. One solution would be you get into the area and you get teleported to the other one, which is just a call that you can use. So something like what you have, for example, in the override type detection area. So create the signal function, which I'm gonna use. But I want to say, yeah, the thing is, if I TP you, so that's the problem, because we're getting into a problem, right? When you get into the area, what happens is you will be TP'd, okay? But if I TP you in the area again, because it's a possibility, then what happens? It will be TP, then 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 TP, infinitely. So I need a way to say you can't TP back to it, because that would fucking sucks, right? So, but he has. So let's just rename like player as cat. Let's just call that cat in the case, if not cat. So emit signal, which is our function. Pass trap type not found in best self, I know. So yeah, also I'm a moron because I do it like that, but I could do just trap emit. It would be much because I don't need to use a name, I can just do that. Yeah, and so it's used. So there is no unused signal because it's actually used. I know, but yeah, a bit better. Same for the door, I think. Player that emit signal can interact. Emit signal opened, yeah. I can just open emit. And I have the signal that is called close doors, but okay. Player dot emit signal, but we can just do can interact dot emit. I don't need to use this. I need to change that, by the way, at some point, but yeah, like that is great. So yeah, a bit better, just so it makes more sense. So I will need an emit signal at the end, but yeah, I don't need to create signal function only trap type. I need to know the node, that's for sure. And I need to know like the position you're in. And so I would say when you get into so first, okay, I need to depool like that. And so when you do it, yeah, no, that's annoying. It's annoying because I don't need, typically speaking, the TP or yeah, I know what I can do. I know. Because when you exit, I need to do another... Yeah, okay. I know what I can do. That's a possibility. Cat.gd. So we want a signal, by the way, here. Which is signal... pass, not by pass, but use passage. It needs to have... fuck me. It needs to have... the node, which is an area to D, and it needs to have first, so easy because we need that. I want when you get into the cat, so if not cat you don't do anything, and then I want to do cat dot use passage dot emit. And we want to give the first and node easy because I'm gonna defer the logic here, I think. It's used, by the way, but whatever. Warning, ignore. Yeah, unused signal. Yeah. So sometimes you put the... I swear to God. Sometimes it puts the fucking quotes around it, and sometimes it does not. Why? I don't know, but yeah. So create function, an array of callables, because I want more. So on area body entered, and I want the same for the on area body exited. So... which will be another signal, and the signal will be really simple. Which is just, oh. Not use passage, but outside, out passage, just like that. And so we want the same, but in that case we want the out passage. So let's just rename that to in passage. Can you rename across? Oh, that's great. I like that. Okay, you can rename. So we have that on area body entered, and our second should be on area body exited, which is our two functions we need to use when we create the navigation link. So we're just gonna rename that to create the passage. Oh, maybe not, actually. Ah, yeah. Do you have a function that's called add children? Of course, there is none. Add children, something like that, maybe? No, so that does not exist. A child exists, but you can't. Okay, I can just for. Okay, you were for. No, not the funniest, but I can do it. So create passage. Basically, what we want is we want to return an array of navigation link. Area 2D and area 2D, something like that, but that doesn't exist, right? Yeah. So this is the problem. But we can just say it's a not 2D then. You inherit from not 2D, right? Like, hold on, because I know area 2D does, but navigation link 2D inherit from not 2D, right? Otherwise I'll be fucking, yeah, not 2D. Cool. So it's just a not 2D. So we have that. I want to var signal functions are of friendo. Yeah, because I need to also. How do I generate area? Yeah, var area 2D, area global position, our friend. So yeah. So this will be the okay. This will be the link part. We want to do two global. So oh yeah, and we need a create area collider. This is funny, haha. Yeah. So I'm just gonna copy that like a fool for the moment. I will do some refactoring after, don't get me wrong, because that's bad, but yeah. Global first pass, and I want to rename that the first area. Yeah, of course. Honey, first area. Same, we want the same, but this time we want to remove everything to second, so it changed everything. Yay. So we have everything. We have the signal functions, which will be create signal functions. Okay, so I want also the first node, and second node area 2D as well. And so here I want. Oh no, I don't care. Oh, because I need to create them twice. Fuck. Okay. Yeah. I need to create them twice. Yeah. Because both needs to have everything. My bad. Yeah. Okay. So signal function. Create signal functions. Using are you the first or not? So in that case the first area will be true, and then it's gonna be first area. Alright, and so we can do first area dot body entered connect signal functions 0 because it's on body entered, and we want the body exited. Body exited. I'm gonna fucking... Can you not? Why do you... Okay. Sometimes this fucking LSP, man. Alright, and so we increment that. So that's our friend here. So we want the same. So yeah, expected new station is an exception. Yeah, I know. And then I want to rename the... Yeah. I want to rename first to second because we're happy, and same here, it should also be second. I should have used that again. And so we reach in the link, the first area and the second area. Oh, I know what I can do though. I think it's better to not do it like that, because why would I do that? I want a navigation link. Easy. And what I want to do is I want to link dot add child first area and same, but this time second area, and I can just return the link, which is easier. So yeah, I can just run the link because the link will have his area and stuff. So yeah, and so what do you mean it doesn't have a set type? Can you not be... Yeah, I know why. Because I renamed this the thing without using the good stuff. Create passage. Yep. Alright. So we have the passage, we have the area 2D that are generated normally. So what happens is if I open my freehand these and I start, I will see some colliders. Yes. Oh, this is great. Oh, this is great. I love it. I love it. Alright, so I have some errors in the debugger again. Get passages, error calling compare method. Yeah. Stone sort. So I have an info. What I can do it on my own, I think. But yeah. What do you mean? I think I made a mistake, so sort custom. Return true, return false. That's it. So it's a ball. Return the ball. That's it. What's the problem? Error calling compare method. Better expected one number call with 2. Like... Eh? Okay, maybe if I do that... Let's... What's the problem? Like... Can I do it again? Let me clear, just to see if it's not like an error from before. Yeah, so it's an error here. On traps layer trapped. Where is my on traps layer trapped? Layer composition. Composition, so I can just also do that at the moment. Oh. Because that's supposed to be that. This is an error. My font never fixed that, so yeah, let me clear that. Let's do it again. So we just have only errors here, which is sync navigation error attempt to merge. What's the problem? Edge with another already merged CG caused by crossing edge overlapping polygons on mismatched navigation. Yeah, fine. That's just navigation polygon being stupid. But this is annoying though. Error calling compare method. I expected one argument, but call with two. There is no two arguments, by the way. So this is interesting to me because the function use item. Oh, it's supposed to be. Oh yeah, I know why. So yeah, just if you're the first, you get pushed as the first. Yeah. Yeah, because you're supposed to compare. Yeah. My fault. You're supposed to compare it. So typically speaking, the if you're first, you like, yeah, I don't care about the second item. Yeah, it's just yeah, that's why. So in that case it's not really useful. Yeah, that's me. That's not me. And then we have just navigation sync, which I don't care because yeah. All right, that's not me. That works. Though I want to make more stuff just to be sure. So let's just go back to the 2D here, to the cat passages, and I want so up, up, up. Just so I have all these passages like that. Would that work? Oh. But this is interesting. These did not age well, apparently. I mean, I'm not completely surprised, but also a bit saddened by that. Let's just do it like that. Yep, I have two areas that have been spawned on the same one. Because apparently this was closer to this one, I suppose. I think that's what it was. Yep. Distance. I want to do that just to be sure. So if I do it, doesn't change anything. The position of the second one is bad no matter what. So we're gonna consider that typically speaking, you don't do that. I mean, that was just a test. Obviously, I'm not supposed to do that. It's not perfect, but this kind of work, which is fine, by the way. And if I do that, would that be okay? So I want to see if all of them have layers. Yes, this one is weird because that's... Why do you have two? I mean, to be fair, these were not in the navigation, but yeah. If I do that, the closest will be 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why if I do it like that. Yup. Close and close. Okay. So, not perfect. But we have something that kind of work. Like here we have two passages. See, we have two passages, so it works. It's not perfect. I do my best, but at least they seem to be like sorted. So let's just do that. It's fine. Just needed it to be working, honestly, but yeah, okay. It works. It's not perfect, but it works. So we're happy with that. So this logic is here. Which is okay. Now I want to finish the logic behind the cat. So the cat now has that, so in passage, out passage, which is when you get in, Oh, no, I know what I can do. Yeah, okay. So I have the follow stake, by the way, which I need to use, which is not like it can be getting back or it can be not following, and these two I need to use them. So now I need to do so I need to generate them, by the way, directly. So I have in passage, I want to do that, and I want to do that. I want to reload. Thank you. So these two are great. We have the information. So on in passage, on out passage. So if you are in the passage, you get in. I would like to know the other position, by the way. I think I made a mistake because now I can't TP because I'm in node and I should have a target, which is an area 2D, and then out passage I should just have that. So in our case, I think I made a mistake. Node, target, area 2D, and in that case, target. In that case, yeah, I know you can't do it, but it's fine. So first area in that case, and the second will be second area here. So why not declared? Yeah. Alright, something like that. Easy. So now we have the first and the second area. Both functions are connected. Woo. Be with that. So yeah, I know cat can't be understood because it's because of that. So I need to do like a pass, and then I need to do a pass. And here on in passage, I want to do a target. So target, which will be my area 2D. So yep, happy with that. So you get into the passage. So I want a var recently used. So var recently used passage, which is false in that case. Tells if you recently used a passage. So yeah, and I want to know. So yeah, first, I mean, I don't care about the first. Honestly, that's just like, first is not really useful in my case, so let's just remove that, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it's actually useful. Excuse me. So the node being the area 2D, the target is the thing we want. So when you're in the passage, you can say so var last passage would be either a node or, yeah, no. For the moment, let's just TP and then we do the thing. So here we just say global position equal target dot global position. Easy. Easy peasy in a breezy. Alright. And I would say recently used passage true, and if recently used passage, so if it's not been used, we do zero, I guess. And just do that honestly up. And here we can say recently used passage equal false. So in that case, I'll tell you what's gonna happen is it's gonna do blink, 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 blink from both positions. Let me be clear on you. That's what's gonna happen. Alright? But that's fine. That's what's gonna happen, and I know. So we're gonna try. Apparently not. I want to see. Maybe it's too fast. Oh, it's not, actually. Oh. So, on in passage, on out passage, but we have... Oh. Why? Cat.in passage, cat.out passage.emit. We have it. I'm confused. It's supposed to work. Okay, so you're not... So you're not being nice with me. Recently used passage. So if it's false, then you're supposed to TP. But you never TP in. But I have on in passage, on out passage. Yeah, I have it. And so normally, what you're supposed to do is cat in passage.emit first node, I get first node. Area body exited, on area body entered. Body has cat, if not cat, return. In. Let's try again. Oh. I might know why. I might have an inkling on why. Yup. Collision layer is not the good one. Export flags 3D physics bar physics layer layers 2D physics. Yes, it's my fault. Because I need to define for every area that I create. First area dot, okay, no. It's in the collider, which is easy. Collision shape 2D dot collision layer maybe, or layer. No, I want the layers. Do you do it? Okay, need to open the player, I think, just to have an inkling on what the fuck I'm doing. And you know, there's my player. For the player, we have a collision shape, and is it the collision or is it the no? It's so it will be the area, right? If I define an area, it will be the area. Let me check the monster real quick. No. Collision. Yes, it's the area. Okay. It's not the shape. It's the area. So first area dot collision layer. Layers to the physics in that case, and the same for the second one. Second area. Makes sense. So now in that case, you're still not in. I am gonna fucking break some walls. Why? Layers to the physics. Normally you're not supposed to be a bitch with me like that. You're supposed to work. You change your collision layers So it's the good one. You're supposed to know them, you're supposed to acknowledge them. Why is it never there? Because the cat is on the collision layer too. That's annoying. I swear that's annoying. You're supposed to be on the good collision layer. So the collision layer, or maybe the mask. That may be why. Because I didn't change the collision mask. Collision mask, maybe? Yeah, that's the name. Layers to the physics, yeah. So in that case, the second will be first. Just, I'm gonna change that later just to have like the good one, but yeah. Just testing, because you're not on the good mask, right? Oh. It worked. It worked, actually. No problem. So the camera is a bit jittery, but it worked no problem. So I didn't even have to do that. So I don't even need those. I don't even need those. In fact, I just need a target. And then I can just yeah. Like that. Fuck. So I just need a target, in fact, which is great. I can even fucking simplify my life, because these are absolutely useless. So the target will be the second area, no matter what. And the target will be the first area. Easy. That simplifies my life, honestly. If and follow state equal no, follow state not following, because I don't want it to be like you move on this TP and the cat gets TP. See, it doesn't work. I want it to be you're not following, then you can do it. Oh. I know. I know why. And follow state not getting back, because typically speaking, if it gets back, it needs. So yeah, let's just simplify, because I did and follow state different from following, literally. So it simplifies my life by doing it like that. So yeah. So here, okay, and if I do that, boom, and if I do that, boom. Easy, that works. The camera is jittery, but we have the logic in. That's great. So I can just do it like that. That's a passage for the cats. I need an animation and stuff like that, of course, but for the moment, it's pretty much what we want. So we have a passage for the cat. Cool. Cool. Easy. I'm happy with that. No, I want to be sure though. Is this useful or not? Like, maybe it's not. Maybe it is. I don't know. Oh yeah, no, it's definitely useful. So it does that because I have the recently used passage. I'm just gonna rename that to recently used passage, not used. Because if the cat recently used the passage. Easy. So yeah, a bit better. Boom. That's so nice. That works. Okay. And so I can put links, they TP, and they work. Though the logic is a bit copy pasted from the detection tile map layer, which means I will need to maybe like export the logic to be a bit better, and also flags 2D physics, they call that. No, it's just 2D physics, so layers 2D physics and call that masks, just so we have the same. And so here I want the layers to be masks and same masks. So let's just say if I take my friend here in the collision, each layer of this collision object 2D and collision object can exist more than collision layer, just so I have the thing I can use. Collision layer. Right. Same, so just documenting because we're no ridiculous. The area to these for transport scans. Okay, so we have the good collision. Because the cat is not on the same collision layer, so I have to do that, unfortunately, but then for the other, it's okay. So yeah, like that. I could actually define that also in the time map layer here, but it's okay. Oh. So we have something that works, I'm okay with that. Cool, let's just add everything here. And all the modification I did, by the way. Maybe I need to remove the cut passages. All right. Fit levels, add cat passages. Easy. Alright, cool. So we have the cat passages, and now we should be doing the items, and you know what? I'm not, because it's already a bit late for me. So it was nice, the passages work, I'm okay with that. It's not perfect, don't get me wrong, but we have something that works. So, I'll see you on Saturday for some Hunt Showdown, and then on Sunday I don't know what we're gonna do, but maybe some games, maybe something else, we'll see. So see you on Saturday. Thank you for watching, and bye!